Alright, let's try example 11. It's a little bit harder. All it changes is you still have to find two angles. You're using radians now, so when you see pi, it means radians. And then, some values are negative, so it's going to be a little bit tricky. But let's begin. Similar from example 10. So a sine theta equals negative 0.4. So in order to solve theta, I'm going to inverse that. Make sure your negative is still there. And make sure your calculator is changed to radians, because now we're working with radians. And I get approximately minus 0.41. Now, do you notice how it's not actually in the range? So let's just have a look what that means in the diagram. So I've got my diagram. Whereabouts is sine negative? Well, it's going to be over here as well as over here. So what that means is negative 0.41. So it actually means it's gone backwards, and that's 0.41. So I can't write that as one of my options. I need to go, 2 pi. So if I label it, this is 2 pi. This is also 0. This is pi over 2. This is pi, and this is 3 over pi over 2. So it's, instead of degrees running 0, 90 degrees, 180, 270, those are your radian options. So instead of writing negative 0.41, because I can't write that down as my answer, this one's going to translate to 2 pi, right? Because you're going to imagine it as one full revolution, but not quite yet. So 2 pi, take that amount, which is going to be approximately I'm going to round it up to 5.9. Okay, so that's my degrees. What else? The other one, which is this option. So I need to figure out what that much is. So I've got pi over here. That angle is still 0.41. So it should just be, pi and then add the 0.1. So it should be, the second angle should be pi plus 0.41 for the second angle. So that should be approximately 3.6. Cool. Alright, that's it. So let's do B. Cos theta equals minus 2 over 3. So if I want to find theta, I'll just inverse the cos, make sure there's negative. Make sure your answer's in radians, the calculator. So that's about 2.3. If I draw a unit circle to figure out what that means. South Australian Tennis Club. So my cos was a positive, so this will be the two answers. And the first answer is 2.3, so I'm assuming it would have been that answer. Or is it, let's have a look, let's figure out. Maybe, okay, so and then we just got to figure out that answer, which will be 2 pi take 2.3. So the angle will be 2 pi take 2.3, which is 3.9. I'm going to leave it there. That's my two answers. So these are my answers. Just highlight them. C, my tan theta equals minus 1/3. So my theta is inverse tan minus 1/3. Which turns into negative 0.32. So now I have Australian Tennis Club. So it's negative tan answer, so it would be over here and over here. So negative 0.32, so that means that's gone backwards at, backwards at 0.32. But again, I can't have a negative answer, so this is 2 pi, so in order to figure that one out, it's 2 pi take 0.32, which is approximately 6. We'll write it as if I round it up. So that's my first answer. Second answer is going to be, I need to figure out what not quite, that angle is, which is going to be pi take that 0.32. So the second one is pi take 0.32, which is approximately 2.8. So those are my two answers. Let me just double check that they are all correct, or approximately. So my angles are, and just notice that compared to the previous answer, these we write degrees, but I purposely didn't write degrees here because in radians we actually don't write in units because it's a ratio. It's not a it doesn't have a unit. So I forgot to summarize all the answers. So let's just summarize all the answers. So all my angles can be 5.9 and 3.6. This one is 2.3 and 3.9. So my theta is, I'm just summarizing my answer, 6 and 2.8. Ideally you write it in numerical order, but that's okay. So let me just double check. Approximately the same for the first question. Not quite same for the second one. What did I do wrong? Oh, I just read it wrong. I thought that was 1. But that's 3.9. Awesome. And then 2.8-ish, and then 6. Perfect. So these are all correct now. You should be able to hopefully understand and do them. If not, please do ask me first before you move on if you had no idea what was going on, and I'll try to tag more videos that you can watch on the side as well. Alright, so now you are going to do question 2, middle column. These are meant to be quite challenging, so give it your best shot. Obviously, if you need my help, please ask.